back. Hey, what's up, Ham Fam? Welcome to another episode of Heart as a Mother. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jizzy, and with me as always is the lovely Harvey.
Hi. You know what?
What?
You that was a little fast, but I like that. So anyway.
Oh, it's because I didn't say any more nice things about you in the intro.
Anyways, I think I'm tipsy already.
You're like 2 sips, I swear to God.
So anyways, what's up? What's up? Thank you, Jizzy, for the lovely intro. So for those of you just tuning in, or your first time, we are Har, and that is Jizzy, just 2 moms who don't know what the fuck we're doing. So we wanted to create a space for moms, and we can't forget about the dads, to share an honesty and realness that comes with parenthood. So let's be honest, parenting is so hard. And sometimes we just have to laugh at ourselves. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, send us a DM, give us some likes, give us some thumbs up, give us some sugar.
Yeah, we love hearing it, guys. I love when you guys reach out and give us ideas or just answer our polls. Those are huge. Like every time we ask you guys questions, I love the interaction. So
we just want to know what we're like, not the only crazy people that think that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I know that the most talked about topic right now in the U.S. is the whole Biden inauguration. And, well, it would have to be like COVID, which is a vibe killer. So while the pandemic happened and the world stopped, our guest today lost her job due to the situation and the circumstances. So while others cried and worried about the future of their families, which a lot of people did, and so they should, this mama faced many struggles, being a new mom, like emotionally and physically. And when she went on CERB, she took that money and she opened her own company called the G Label. I'm sure some of you have heard about it if you're in Calgary and the surrounding area. So we want to welcome the gorgeous Charlotte Chen, aka Char. Hi, Char.
Hi, Char.
Hi, you guys.
Thanks for being here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're super excited. So thank you so much for coming onto the show and taking time out of your busy schedule. If anybody is following Char, you could see that she's working round the clock. Sometimes she's probably not even sleeping. So before we kick it off, I just want to say, you know what? I'm very picky when it comes to workout clothes because they have to be comfortable. Like, I'm not trying to really look for the cute factor. I just need to work out. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so today, it doesn't do
the flex.
You're flexible.
Super flexible.
These are so
Har is wearing.
Soft.
Char, tell everybody what Har is wearing right now.
What am I wearing?
She's wearing the Affinity collection that I just launched recently, and it's my softest set, and it's just so soft.
It is soft. Like I'm touching her.
Touch me.
It's super soft.
Just kidding. Okay, so first of all, as I stood up, I knew that I was going to stand up to do that, and I was like, "Fuck, everyone's going to see my muffin top on this." But whatever. I feel fantastic. This thing is so soft, and it fucking snatches everything, like everything. So, anyways, so Char, when the world was basically crumbling, how did you feel about losing your job? Like, what was running through your mind?
What am I going to do? Like, pretty much that. And I think I was so lost in new motherhood experiences that the job and then motherhood, it was just a big shit show. Like, it was not what I was like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. You know, my friends have done it. I have friends who have had kids like back when they were like 18. And I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. Right. Yeah. And then also because I was going through all those new motherhood challenges, it was like, there's so many things I want to push for. I need a sign, and it was CERB.
So let's rewind a little bit. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and like your daughter?
Yeah, so I lost my grandma, my Lola, back in, sorry, that's sensitive.
Oh, we feel
understand.
You. We understand.
We were crying all day today because of our grandma. But
it's so sad, and it's just the hardest thing. And so I lost her in 2019, and then shortly after that, I found out I was pregnant. Actually, while we were in the Philippines. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry.
Don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Okay.
Cry it out.
We cry here all the time.
Oh God, if I start crying, I'm going to be crying for like 10 minutes. But yeah, losing her was really hard just because, you know, you want your Lola to be there for your first kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really hard. So when I found that I was pregnant and with a girl, it was crazy because I didn't know that I was pregnant when I was at her funeral.
Yeah.
So that was crazy because I was like, wow, I was pregnant with a girl the entire time, even though I was like drinking on the trip with my cousins and I felt off, but you think it's the jet lag. But yeah, and then after that, my daughter was born and yeah, that was magical. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. It was pretty much like one life ends, another begins kind of thing for you, I bet.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your daughter's name?
Malia.
And how old is she now?
She's almost a year. She's 10 months now.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is so cute. Have you seen her daughter?
thanks.
I have. Okay, so just before we walked in here, somebody asked me, so catch me up. What are you doing? So I was just saying how I've been super emotional, and I'm not an emotional person. I don't know whether it's COVID, or my because our grandma passed. It's been 4 years. How I was looking at baby pictures of Jaden. And you know how you want to rush them, walk, talk, do this and do that. And then all of a sudden, when you get to that stage, you want your time back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
want the time to stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what are certain things that you're doing with Malia that you're making sure that your time is spent wisely with her? Like, what are certain things that you are saying, I'm going to capture this particular memory to make sure that I am in this moment?
I'd have to say I'm such a go, go, go person and the type that's always just like, oh, I have to get this done, this done, this done. But then I've learned to really just slow down and take every moment in. So even if it takes me extra to settle her down, at first I was just like, you know, you get overwhelmed with it. But then after I'm like, she just needs me. And then I feel like as time went on, I really learned to embrace that. So there's nothing really specific. It's just more so more time enjoying her. Yeah.
So then before, like pre-pandemic, have you always wanted to start your own clothing company? Was that in the future for you, or it just kind of came to you when you were like, okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to do now?
I think it was more so the connection with other people. So I definitely love connecting with women. Like I feel like we all can we have something relatable between us all. And with motherhood, because that was such a new experience for me, like prior to motherhood, I was just all about like traveling. So I traveled a lot. I actually did some vlogs on that with like my girlfriends and my sister. And then as time went on, then you grow into this huge motherhood journey. And then I was like, oh, I definitely want to connect with other moms on this. And I went through struggles like, why doesn't my bra fit? This is so uncomfortable. Or like pants. I was shopping every, month because I'm like, nothing fits me.
Yeah.
So that then went into, okay, I really want to jump the gun. I have so many ideas. And then hopefully I can start my own company.
So as obviously with the pandemic, it's super shitty. Did anybody try to deter you from not launching your own business? Did they say all the things that won't work? And like, were you like, I'm going to do it anyways? Or did it hinder you just a little bit before you pulled the trigger?
I kept it quiet. So I did a lot of planning on my own. The only person that knew was my boyfriend. And after that, I was like, hey, I'm going to take leap of faith and I'm just going to go for it.
Good for you.
Well, what else do you have to lose when you basically lost your job anyways?
Exactly.
So what do you
Might
have
as
to
well.
lose?
Yeah, at that point, it was like, okay, I'm not lashing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
ahead.
Oh, what are certain things that you prepared for to become a full-fledged entrepreneur with launching your own business? Like, what are your steps that you took that you're like, I'm going to do this first, because when you become an entrepreneur or a consultant, like there's a lot that you have to do. How long did it take you?
Oh my goodness. I'd have to say the beginning. So at first it's like when you first start off, it's not really, you're all about it. And then I wasn't really too consistent. I found that I was like, okay, I'm kind of tired this week from motherhood. So then I would fall back and then I would just be posting once a week, twice a week. And then once I was like, no, you know what, Char, you committed to this. This is your dream. You want it. You need to be active on it and try it. And then once I started doing that consistency, it started to really pick up and kick into high gear for me. So definitely consistency was my number one thing.
Mm-hmm. And, I just realized that for the people who don't know who Char is or the G label, can you let us know a little bit about it?
Yeah, so the G label started from obviously motherhood experiences. So I first came out with like a nursing bra, for example, or like things related to baby. And then it turned into comfortable like fitness wear, because also being a mom, you have to budget. And like there have been times where I've been like, I want that brand or I want this brand, but I'm like, I can't afford it now. So I wanted to be a company that people could, still afford and get great quality. And yeah.
I can attest to that quality.
Yeah, we
like
can.
You're naked with these
She's like,
leggings.
I swear, it's like I'm naked. It's so nice.
That's the best compliment.
And I did buy some teethers from you for my best friend who's having a baby. And I bought a hat, and I bought the resistance bands. So you did sell those before, right? Too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing that back also.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like because of the pandemic, you have to have the equipment or the tools to be able to do it at home. What tips would you give moms out there that, are kind of struggling with, getting a workout in, or even like feeling not cute because it's like, well, why put on leggings or why put on something when I could just wear what I'm wearing and just work out? Like what advice would you give moms out there?
So with the G label, that was like one of my biggest things because my boyfriend was going to work for 15 hours in a day. He would leave at like 6 a.m. and not come home till like 9 at night. And with Malia, she was just crazy during the day, like just crying. And then we found out she had acid reflux. So anyways, it was just this huge kerfuffle. And then for me, fitness was not on my priority list. I was like, I have to figure out this child. Like, I don't know how anyone has time for fitness. Right. So with what I brought you guys here today, so I came out with this burn band, which is...
Let's show everybody.
Yeah.
So this is a burn band, you said?
Yeah, so it just basically adds heat to your waist.
Yeah.
And I just wore
Can I
it.
open it?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Okay. And it's got this like neoprene like material that makes you sweat twice as much. And I would go for walks and just put that on.
Wow.
And then, I mean, that is a workout in itself. And I find moms are always walking.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like be crazy. And I you know what? Today, I'm definitely a different person and a different mom. I know that fitness was not part of my journey through motherhood. Yeah. I fluctuated with my weight, but today and the last couple of years, that is my non-negotiable. I don't care if I'm a mom or I'm, like what I'm doing at work. That is my top 3 priorities. And you know what? People can sit here and judge and say, yeah, whatever, Harleen, you have a 15-year-old. You know what? If you guys see my schedule when pre-pandemic, there was no time working out. I would literally have my workout clothes while my son's driving my son to practice, and he practices like 4 to 5 times a week, plus games on the weekend. I'd have my workout clothes and I'm running up and down the parking lot doing jumping jacks, whatever you can do, because if it's important to you, you're going to make time. Mm-hmm. So if you're important, you make time for yourself, whether it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, that's why with the stuff that I came out with basics like this burn band and then the resistance band that Jizzy had, because you could do booty workouts at home and you can go for a walk. So I wasn't full-fledged like, oh, full workout gear, but something that was easy for moms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think slow progressions, like, you know, it's almost like when somebody says, I'm going to eat clean and I'm going to do this. And it's funny because I have like family and friends that do that. And I'm like, hey, you don't need to do a 360, because when I did a 360, I relapsed. So there's certain things that you got to start taking out and slowly going into, because it is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It is not something that you're just going to do for 6 months. It's what you're going to incorporate for the rest of your life. So, you know, I know that I've learned a couple of things along the way of what not to do, and because I end up binging anyways, but also being kind to yourself.
Yes.
As a mom. So what are certain things that you tell yourself to be kind to yourself?
I just tell myself, don't set too high expectations. I think that's the biggest thing, because you know, just like you just said, you want to do this, but you actually have to make small little steps in order to reach like a bigger goal for yourself.
Yeah.
But you always have to take the baby steps before. So I think having realistic expectations has really grounded me.
So speaking of which then, because you're a partner, a mom to an infant, a lash tech, an entrepreneur, and you know, and you're developing all these things for yourself. But so how do you find time to wind down, and what's your idea of self-care? Because you don't post that. You're always posting your grind and your hustle, and I'm like, damn, this girl like, works her butt off. Like,
oh God, I need to practice that. Honestly, it's definitely my biggest, I guess, downfall is I don't give myself enough downtime. I don't. And then I find that like I have a great partner, and he, you know, your partner just gets that end of you where he sees you through every emotion. You know what I mean? So he definitely gets to see all of that side, and he's always like, you need to, like, I need to shut off. So that's something I have to definitely practice on.
well, in all fairness, I mean, you're just starting out as an entrepreneur, and you're hungry for that, you know, and I know that you just want to get to the next level right away. And then I get it. It's hard to kind of just focus on yourself and be like, okay, maybe today I'll take a bubble bath, or I'm taking a bubble bath and fucking forever. But, you know, like stuff like that.
You know what? I get the whole bubble bath thing, but can we retract for 1 second? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm a bubble bath kind of girl. I love hot tub, don't get me wrong. But after I sit in a hot or bubble bath, like I'm over it after like 5 minutes.
Is it because of the wrinklies?
I don't know, but I think it's because I get bored in the tub, and I was like, I need to get the fuck out of this tub because I got shit to do. Maybe it's because I'm not. That's my problem. Because
because you don't know how to wind down.
So do you? What do you think of when you're taking a bath?
Well, first of all, I haven't taken a bath in a long time. I do take baths. I meant like a bubble bath. And I was just saying too.
No wonder why I'm kind of smelling in this place.
No, like, and I don't know. I guess I just don't have time. And right now, if I took one now, I'd probably think the same thing. Like, fuck, I could be doing something else. But before, when I had the time, I would take baths.
Oh, I did too before.
And I would listen to music, or I would light candles, or I would read a book. I would drink. It all sounds so foreign now. I haven't done it in so long.
But you know how you're saying you drink, you do this, you set up candles. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Like, if I'm going to take a fucking bubble bath, I'm like, fuck, now I got to clean the fucking candles, the wax. I got to clean this shit.
Well, no, like this was like before when I had the time. I obviously don't right now.
I still didn't want to clean all that shit.
All right, well, that's a horror problem then. Okay.
Fine. For any of the other mothers that feel the same way, please let me know. I'm pretty sure I might not be the only crazy person who thinks that way, that it takes so much effort doing a bubble bath, but maybe it's just because I just never know how to relax.
That's probably it.
I'm also there, so.
Okay, so your video collab with Tescore was amazing, first of all. And congratulations on that. And shout out to Tescore. Get at them for all your videography and photography needs. So your video is called Never Underestimate the Power of a Woman. which is super empowering. I loved the video. So being a girl mom, what do you think is important for Malia to learn in the future when it comes to equality for women?
Wow. I feel like with that video, when I came out with it, I did think a lot about her and the type of message that I want to send as a brand, and for her to grow up and see that. And I feel like it's just appreciating every single woman in any journey. And that's just what I feel is the main reason why I came up with the G label. And then as I continue to grow and then just seeing all these different experiences from different women, that's what I wanted to put all into this video.
Can I just say, when I watched this video, it really hits it's not just moms, but it hits every single point of being a woman.
Yeah.
When you become like a teenager or adolescent to a teenager to a mother, and then beyond, you'll always be a mother even when you're 60, 70. So what challenges have you faced as a woman of color that you hope Malia never has to encounter?
I never want her to feel like, you know, someone can judge her for her background or won't date her for her background.
Let's get real. Lots of people love Asian women.
I know, but
All them creamers. I'm just kidding.
Har calls white guys creamers.
AJ's gonna watch this because he edits everything, and he's gonna like be like, "Oh, there's fucking Harleen again."
Talking about those creamers.
I'm going to use that one, creamers. Oh my goodness.
It's because we were talking about how she likes her coffee. She's like, oh, I like the creamers. So now white guys are called creamers. Anyways.
Sorry, I digress.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just, you know, stay strong to who you are and you'll be loved for who you are.
Yeah. So, you know, we always like to have serious talks. Anyways, I'm gonna get super real with you. You're a very attractive woman.
Super attractive.
Super attractive. Like I'm not even gonna. She's fucking hot. Okay?
Yeah, man, she's hot.
You are.
If you're listening to this on Spotify, get on YouTube and watch it.
Watch it because Char is hot. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to say if a woman is hot or she's just gorgeous. You know, like I'm cool. So, anyways, have you ever encountered harassment in the workplace because you are a woman, or another woman's just saying, "Oh, she's advancing because, well, look at her." Like, have you ever been faced with that?
No, it's actually been the opposite. In all of my jobs, I actually always got the shit end of the stick. And I think that's what pushed me to do lashes. And then I've kind of always just wanted to be my own boss. Yeah,
Good for
because I actually I got fired from a long-term job. And then the other job, I was just a slave. And then, so, you know, it wasn't always in my favor. That's for sure.
Funny you mentioned how, I'm going to freely admit this on air, but it's just because I'm very prideful, and that's like not always a good thing. But yeah, I was once let go from a job, and I've never freely admitted that, only to my basically just my family. But I have, but it wasn't because of my shortcomings. It was just everything to do because I was a woman.
Really?
Yeah, I knew that, and it was just so ugly, and I couldn't walk into work every day because I knew comments were being said about me.
That's
and
horrible.
it made me cry. And obviously when you face certain things like that at work, you don't perform well
No.
at all.
No.
You know what I mean? So that's why I had asked that specific questions. Have you have worked in oil and gas for a long time, and that's probably why I didn't want to be in that industry, because it was heavily dominated by men. And I have always worked in industries that was heavily dominated with men, grew up with 3 older brothers, so it was always dominated by men. So were there specific comments made to you? Were there sexual comments made to you?
The owner of one of the places I worked at when I was pregnant in my 3rd trimester was like, yeah, so what trimester are you in now? I was like, oh, my 3rd. And he's like, you must be a big bitch then. And I was like,
Oh
I don't think you're allowed to say that to me whether or not you are the owner. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
You
you,
can't
man.
fucking
No,
say
no.
that to
No.
people. And if I want to be a big fucking bitch, I'm a be a big fucking
Can
bitch.
I just say though,
I'm
like
loud.
oil and gas, I'm not trashing on like oil and gas, like any companies or whatever, but it is dominated by men and there's
It
a lot of
is.
testosterone, there's a lot of politics and yeah, it was very toxic. It was toxic.
Yep. I mean, there was favoritism in my previous job years ago, for sure, where there was a lot of males. So, I mean, there was that, but no comments or anything were made.
Also, I've never seen grown men throw tantrums as much as I did working in oil and gas.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you guys, what the fuck?
Oh, girl, you have not been in sales. They are the big whiniest.
So it's not just oil and gas, and it's just men in general.
No, like I just feel like like it's really tough when you are sitting in a room full of like people where you feel like you have something or you have an idea. And I actually tested this on a particular someone that I worked for. I can't name the names, but
Well, yeah, don't.
I'm gonna get sued. But so every single thing that I had said, and I'm Asian. Everything I said was shut down. It wasn't a good idea. It wasn't this. And then somebody had actually turned around and said, "Oh, I used to work for him and I refused to work for him. It was da 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 da." Like whatever reasons, there were so many people before my predecessors who had left because of the same thing. So anyways,
reason.
I wanted to actually test to see if this was true. So we had like this brainstorm that we were doing, and I already got shut down from like a one-on-one that I did. They're like, "Nah, that idea is bad." So anyways, I told this little pretty Caucasian chick my idea, and I said, "Hey, throw this in." Yeah. I was like making her pretend, or was
Like
making
your
her
ideas.
like making her feel like it was her idea. It was actually mine, actually. So I was like, "Hey, I wanted to run this with you." So she brought it up during our meeting, and the guy who was my boss was like, "That is brilliant. I love it," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "That was my fucking idea
Hello.
that you shut down and went through with it." And
Yeah.
it was so tough to swallow after that. And I just lose a lot of respect. Like when I'm like it's not even just work, but if I'm going to be if I'm going to be friends with you, I will go to bat for you no matter what. But if you do that to me, you're dead. Like I'm not going to physically beat you up. I'm not like back in the days, but
I'm not going to get arrested.
I'm not going to get arrested, but I just can't. I just can't roll with that.
Yeah, no. You can't stand
Like
for it.
we're in a different generation. Like how is this still happening?
Yeah, it's really sad that this is happening, which is why like we love everything you stand for, and which is why I was really genuinely curious to know your stance on how you're going to raise Malia, because being girl moms, I think it's important.
Oh, big time. You don't realize until, you have a girl and you're like, oh, we'll be fine. But then actually you think about it and you think of how sensitive we are. You think of how we can be molded by just our emotions. And I'm like, I got to raise my daughter to be strong. Oh my God.
Question for the two of you, because I have a boy.
Oh, yeah.
What's your question?
So are you guys ever afraid that your daughter is going to do some of the shady things that you guys did
Fuck
back
yeah.
then?
Yeah.
Like I know Malia's too young to give you attitude right now, but
Oh,
are you
God.
scared for that? 'Cause-
Yes, I am because
well, you should be.
because it's coming.
It's coming. I am daily bullied by my daughter.
Oh my God.
And I know she means well. I know she's just super honest, but sometimes it hurts, man.
So
So sad.
so Char, if you tell your daughter she was an adolescent, and if you say to your daughter, you're like, "Hey, where are you going?" and she gives you to the T of a detail of exactly what she was doing, would you believe her, or would you think
I have no choice but to believe her.
or would you
know?
question it, be like,
I'm going to
true.
question it in my head and just hope that she's being honest with me. But then I know how I was. But then also, I was sneaking out to do things like go to the mall. So it wasn't even really like bad things for me back then because
It all depends on like what she can be open to you about, right?
Yeah.
Like you, I was lying about taking the bus when I was
Yeah.
in junior high. I was like, oh,
you
like,
were
I
also
got a ride.
lying about other things, and I was sitting in the car. I had to fucking kick
Okay.
her under. I had to fucking her parents were driving us somewhere, and we were adults, and her mom was like saying something.
No, it's because so we were going to my ex's house at the time, and my mom was like, "Oh, where do you park when you're here or something?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, I
it was the
park
parking
there."
lot.
And then I was like, "But they don't tow you if you like stay overnight or whatever."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "How do you know that?" And
And
I was like,
okay, but the
and I was
thing
like,
is,
"Oh, because," and then I went rambling and rambling.
I
Hers in
had
the
to
back seat.
kick
She's
her.
like, "Shut up!"
I fucking
Shut
kicked her,
up.
and I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" I was like, "You're
My
gonna
mom
get
totally
us-
did not believe me.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"We're gonna get busted because you're oversharing." And
We're gonna get busted.
So, sorry, I have to tell this quick story because
Oh God.
she had said, "Hey, come to the like we're gonna go to the bar," and I was already outside. I was like, "Hey, I'm outside." Blah blah. She's like, "Hey, come inside." And this jackass didn't tell me that they were praying, so I had to sit and pray with her, and
Oh
she was
my.
laughing.
Oh, at my house.
Yeah, because you knew they were praying and you didn't want to be stuck by yourself. So, anyways, I digress. So the things that she
Okay.
would trap me into doing, anyways. But you know what? It was fun.
It was fun.
It was now my uncle's gonna
I
be
would-
like, "I don't trust you."
No, don't
Well,
worry. He's not gonna listen
even
to
as
this.
parents, though, like I remember do you guys know Diane Villanueva? She's
Is her brother John?
Yeah.
I worked with John.
Okay, yeah. So Dee and I have been best friends. Dee, hi, telling our story. But we've been best friends since grade 3 or grade 2. And she and I were she was really up to no good when we were in junior high. And I remember she was high. She smoked some weed and she was like, "Oh my God, I don't want my parents to know." So she's like, "I'm taking the bus to your house." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll hide you here." And at the time you're like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." And then I hid her in my closet and her mom and dad showed up at my house and they're like, "Oh, where's Dee?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." But they knew she was there. So I feel like I'm going to go through that with Malia because we did it. And you're going to know when she's lying.
Wait, but okay, but do you got okay? We lied. We all lied. We can say that. But do you think that you would be more of a laxed mom because our parents were so tight-fisted with us? Because
Like I said, I think it just all depends on how your relationship is with your kids. Like, I don't want my daughter to ever be in trouble and be like, "Fuck, I can't. My mom can never know about this." I want her to be like, "I gotta fucking tell my mom."
Yeah, because that was me.
Exactly.
I was saying that all the time.
And the thing is, and I think I told you this in the past, is that my parents had lost my trust at a very young age because they would say things like, "I know you're lying. Just tell me the truth, and I won't get mad." And then I told them the truth,
And then they get
and then they
mad,
get so mad, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, you promised you wouldn't get mad." So then, what's the point of telling the truth, right?
yeah.
So you raise liars, and they'll be liars. Like,
The thing is, I feel like we do teach our kids to lie.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I've been guilty of that, and I know my son's gonna lie to me about little things, but I know the big things he's not.
yeah.
Like I truly feel
Feel it.
that I have a great relationship
Which is great.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so let's just cross our fingers that it's gonna continue staying that way.
Oh, yeah. I'm crossing my fingers for the future.
I'm sure she will be fine. You seem like a great mom. But I want to go back to your hustle. So you post every single day. Seems like your hustle never stops. But we all know that all work, no play makes mama go crazy. So what kind of things do you do for fun? Like, we never see that. So we want to let
yeah.
everybody know a little bit more. What do you do for fun?
Just kidding. I like to be outdoors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just this past weekend, well, it's hard because of COVID,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like because of this pandemic, that's really, really effed me up big time.
Sorry.
The pandemic, yes.
Pandemic, sorry.
Oh, yeah. So I think ever since then, I don't really I like watching movies. I mean, just some downtime, especially with the boyfriend just at home. I like a lot of quality time.
I bet your favorite time to yourself is when Millie goes to bed, because
Yep.
I know when my daughter goes to bed, I'm like, yeah.
You can do everything.
And you do everything. Like, try to squeeze a whole day's work into from when your kid goes to bed to when you go to bed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of quality time, So,
I can hate you.
by the way, Jizzy's favorite position is doggy style.
Can I just say,
What's your favorite position?
Har types these up, and I don't see them until now.
This is in your guys' script.
Yeah, like I turned the page and I was like, what the fuck is
Okay,
this?
first of all, before I do anything, right, I sent her to proofread these things.
But
I'm
you
like,
didn't
oh my-
today.
So but this
Because,
is her.
you know,
She's
this is
like-
why. This is
she's
why.
like, I trust you.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
I
blah.
said I
I'm like,
trust you.
That's why when I sat down, I started laughing.
Oh my God. I'm
like-
like dying
She's
right now.
she's like, yeah, do you need to proofread it? I was like, no, I trust you.
So, anyways, Jizzy's favorite position is doggy style. What's your favorite position?
Oh my goodness. I hope my mother-in-law is not listening.
Don't tell her you're on a podcast.
Oh, she knows.
Oh, she
That's
knows.
fine. Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure your mother-in-law has a favorite position too.
Oh yes, this is true.
So,
I don't even know what the position's called. I don't know. Legs up in the air and he's on top.
what is it? What?
With your knees pulled back. I don't know.
Just hold on. What is it?
What's that called?
What is
your
that
knee.
called?
Wait, your legs up
Legs
in the
are up,
air.
You know, like this, and your knees are like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
like this?
I can't believe this is happening right now. Yes, like that.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know what that position is.
We're gonna
it's-
find out.
Maybe it's froggy style.
Oh,
Froggy style.
Maybe.
Okay.
So
That's a good one.
Oh
Yeah.
my
everybody, Char likes the froggy style, and Jizzy likes the doggy style.
Okay, well now you have to answer that fucking question because this is not fair right now.
Yeah, can you
I like
please-
doggy style.
So is that your favorite?
That's my favorite position.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are 20.
Yeah.
Doggy and froggy up
And
in there.
I like a little
Talking.
choking. So we already said
You
people
would.
already know this from the previous.
They do.
ones.
That's why do you have to bring that up then?
Oh my God, I can't believe
So, aside from doing the froggy style, what else?
Oh my God, I'm dying.
What are certain things? What are other things that you keep like? What you guys do to keep things spicy? Like, so
Yes.
it's not so redundant, or it's like we're in a relationship, we had kids, and we're going through the motion of like what people expect us. Like, how do you keep things spicy?
And we also know too, like psychologically and hormonally, after becoming a mom, sometimes things just kind of slow down. So, what Har said. How do you do it?
Oh my goodness. Well, yes, so
Besides
idea.
froggy style.
Oh, what's your froggy style? I can't. I feel like, you know, it's crazy. You have to set. Okay, this is gonna sound super lame, but I feel like as a mother now, he's more like he can go every single freaking day, whereas I'm like I need to plan around my schedule.
Yeah.
Is that annoying?
No,
or that, like,
that's totally true.
I.
Okay, this is not. This doesn't apply to you.
It's true.
First of all, because I know for you.
it does apply to
No,
me.
because I know for you, it's just like I want to get laid. I'm gonna go get laid.
No. First of all, okay, I watched a show yesterday, a movie. It's called Home from Hell or something. It's with Katherine Heigl.
Okay.
Anyways, she was planning her sex. Like her husband was hot and heavy, and she was like, oh, he's like, are you going to give me a hand job? And she's like, well, not until Wednesday. And I was like, what the fuck? You couldn't spare the 10 minutes to give the guy a hand job? Like, okay, I get it. It doesn't apply to me because I'll probably have sex all the time
Oh my
in a committed relationship.
Are you sure?
I digress, but what I'm saying is, like, do you really want to plan it ahead? Like, do you really want to plan those spontaneous things that's supposed to be fun schedules?
See, I need to actually be like that more because he's always he's more the spontaneous one, whereas I'm always just like, you know, I really got to work on this, and then after I'm like in bed, I'm like,
I'm the same way. I get it. And you know what I do sometimes if I'm just like, no, I really want to have sex tonight, so I won't smoke weed.
yeah,
Smoking weed I can't have sex when I smoke weed. I
Why?
just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed.
Okay.
But like, I get it. Like, there's times where I'm just like, I do want to have sex tonight, so maybe I'll get to bed early. Maybe I'll get everything done early. Because then if it's too late, it's like, no, I'm going to bed. I don't have the energy.
true.
You know. And yeah, I get it.
and I feel like with men, because he's always just like, babe. I'm like, I'm sleeping.
Let me sleep.
Okay.
to go to
Okay.
bed.
That is guys. I'm gonna ask the two of you guys. I'm only saying this based off my entire experience when I revolved my entire son around me, and I was not fun. I was not spontaneous. Do you think being like that towards your spouse and like not having their needs met will make them look somewhere else?
No.
I fucking hope not. I was just joking.
You know what?
No, it's a valid question.
Because
yes.
at the spur of the moment, let's get fucking real. If you get suppressed by not having sex, and I don't want to stigmatize men saying that all men do it, like some don't, and they understand.
Yeah.
But if it becomes like a routine, like we get it. You guys just had your baby, you know, and you're trying to adjust to life. But when it becomes scheduled and routine, the minute that there is some other woman that, you know, let's get real. There's other women out there that's going to be thirsty as fuck.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, I don't really care if you're married. I don't really care. Let's just down to whatever. You know, at that moment, let's get real, girls, that they will get enticed to do so because it's in the moment.
I feel like with Dylan and I, we have such an open communication, which I've never had in my previous relationships. Like, we communicate about it a lot. And then even say it doesn't go in the direction that he wants it to, or say that I want it to go, and you're kind of in that, I'll always make time to talk about it. And I find that, like, that's really helped us both, because I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry, like, we're always on schedule. This is really shitty, I know. Or I'm sorry, not tonight, you know, like, do you hate me? I'm just like, I'm sorry, like, I love you and everything, but fuck, mama's tired.
Yeah.
But
and he understands, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. If he looks elsewhere, then it's just not the person for me.
And it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's super fair.
Yeah. And I feel the same thing. Like, we've been together for fucking forever. Like, we've been on and off since 6th grade.
Wow.
Like, we didn't talk for like 6 years, but still, like, I've known him majority of my life, and we have.
Mark's my favorite. Hi, Mark. You're my favorite.
And and so it's come to the point where it's like, if we can't talk about something like that, then we shouldn't even be together.
Yeah. And that's super fair. I don't know. It's just funny because you mentioned that, and I just watched this movie yesterday, and I was like,
give him the fucking hand job, Catherine Heigl.
I was like, I was just kind of like, you don't have 5 minutes to spare to give this guy a fucking hand. Your husband,
man. Maybe even 2 minutes. Who knows? Like,
you know, as you're saying that, I'm playing back all the time. So I'm like, Char.
But you know what? Just, okay. I get that you're busy, but like, would 5 minutes really like hinder your business? The 5 minutes?
No, it won't. That's why
You're welcome, Dylan. Look what I just opened up for you.
Oh my god! I can't wait.
Anyone holla at Harleen for relationship advice?
No,
like,
do not.
Next time I'm like, hey, okay, 5 minutes, let's go.
Har
That's
said,
all
and you're
you
gonna
got,
think
Dylan.
of Har.
Yeah,
I
I
got
am.
you 5 minutes, and if you can't get it done in 5 minutes, I'm sorry, I can't help you after that.
She tried.
Yeah, you definitely got him that 5 minutes.
Okay, so Char.
Yes.
You post a lot about your business, your hustle, your grind. Like I said, like, we want our viewers and whoever your followers are to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
And so now we are going to call a little game called Confessions. And
Oh my god.
so we have this roadcaster here, and it makes different sound effects, which is why, like, me and Har was going because we don't have a button yet, Brian.
Yep.
But I want Brian to make us a button that
Why
says,
don't you just sing it? These are
my confessions. That's the game we're going to play, guys. So
Here we
we're
go.
just to make it fair, though, we're going to play with you, but we want to know your answer first, okay?
Wait,
Okay.
you just changed the rules.
I never did. It says here.
Oh,
We
shit,
have to answer them with Char.
I
Okay.
copied and
Girl,
pasted
these
that.
are your notes.
I copied and pasted and didn't even read it.
That's your fault.
Oh, shit, I'm scared.
Sip of the wine.
First question. Finish the sentence. This is how it's going to work. You just finish all the sentences, okay?
Okay.
I once stole.
This is really dumb, but part to make a bong to smoke weed out of.
Yes, I fucking love it. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Wait, when was this? Please say last week.
No, grade 7. Like, it was bad.
That's amazing. That's hilarious. Har, I once stole.
Clothes, but that was way back when I was young.
Yeah.
So that wasn't actually, I should say plans, and that was very fucking recent, but it was a joke.
Okay, I didn't think I know what
It
you're
was
talking about.
it was a joke, but anyways.
Okay,
that's it.
mine is I once stole nail polish.
Oh yeah.
It's like in high
Okay,
school.
pass that up. Give me these cards. Fucking damn it. Oh, okay. No, I don't want that.
We have to do all of them.
Oh,
so
we
you
have to
can't-
do all of
yes,
them.
all of them.
I
This
once,
fucking cheater, man.
Skip.
I once got fired.
What am I like? Am I supposed to state the job?
Well, you don't have to state the company.
Well, like for what, or if it was like something ridiculous.
This is gonna sound crazy, and I know some people are gonna know what this is from, but I got fired for what's it called? When I had a seizure.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
They fired you for that?
Oh yeah. Like it was one of the things.
Bullshit.
That is bullshit, man.
Yeah, I was in the hospital and I called my boss and I was like, I don't think I can come in because I was in an ambulance before. I had to do some testing at the Peter Lougheed, and he was like, okay, so what time are you coming in?
Are
And
you
I was
kidding
like,
me?
I have my seizure report of me convulsing on the floor and losing all consciousness, but that's okay.
Someone should get sued. Anyway.
I would have.
Yeah.
Okay. I once got fired, Jizzy.
I was never fired, but I've been laid off a couple times because, oil and gas. But this was really fucked up is that this one company, because technically if you're on mat leave, they're not allowed to let you go. Illegal.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
But then, so I'm all like, yeah, I'm on mat leave. And then I saw them post my position online. And I was like, you motherfuckers. And then the day that I was supposed to come back, the exact day, that's when I get let go. And I
Oh,
was like,
jeez.
yeah, fuck you guys.
So I once got fired, which was fine. I don't think it was fired, but it was let go. So maybe it's fired is because the company said they didn't have any money, but I'm pretty sure it's because I was dating the VP.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Oh, these don't even work today. Brian.
Brian, why isn't your thing working?
I was excited for that. Mic drop.
Okay.
Dig what's on the menu when you check out spinning plates.
Okay.
Okay.
It's because
Wow.
it was
It's
on
turned
mute.
off. On mute.
I once wore.
I once wore.
I think we all can agree that we had some pretty bad fashionable choices, and we talked about this
Oh,
on the weekend, so
God.
I already know what my answer is.
I once wore this big puffy green jacket that my friends still make fun of me for back when I was in junior high because everyone was like the cool Asian people with like all
Sleek
black
jackets.
Yeah, all black everything. And I showed up and I was like, hey, what's up? In this big poofy green jacket.
Was it like neon green?
It was like I don't know, like this lima bean green.
That is so in right now. Like
Yeah, it's
Aritzia,
in
the
now.
super puff. Like
It's-
it's
oh,
in like
yeah,
all
right.
colors.
Yeah.
Har, I once wore.
Really baggy diesel jeans.
Oh, yes, the days.
I once wore Christian Audigier.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Oh yeah. That and Ed Hardy. I
Punky
was
fish.
I was laughing at her.
She was
over the
fucking. We were
weekend.
looking at old pictures over the weekend. She's like, "You look like such a douchebag." I'm like, "I know, okay,
Yeah,
God."
yeah, that's fine. You're allowed to have your douchebag
Moments.
moments. Okay. The biggest rush I've ever experienced.
Oh, skydiving
Hey, where?
in Hawaii.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I love that.
Nice.
Sorry, I wasn't too crazy.
No, that is pretty crazy. I always wanted to do that. Are you okay?
What's your biggest rush?
What's your biggest
I
rush?
can't, you guys.
Well,
Okay,
you
the
have
biggest-
to.
okay.
It's called These Are My Confessions.
Fuck. Okay, I promised this person that I wouldn't say it. Okay, the biggest rush I've ever experienced is trying to have sex in someone's backyard, like really, really fast. That's the biggest experience, like rush of experience.
I knew it was going to be about sex.
I was actually expecting
Actually,
it too.
nobody actually lived there at the time. It was a new construction, and yeah, so I was just like, hurry the fuck up.
So you christened someone's house before they christened their own house.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I didn't come all over the fucking.
Oh,
I didn't come all over the fucking balcony.
Not
That
you.
That wasn't me.
Someone else
And
did.
you know it was you.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Okay, Jizzy, the biggest rush I've ever experienced.
Okay, so this was in Australia. We were sailing to the Whitsunday Islands, so we were docked not docked. Well, I don't know what it's called. We put the anchor down, and we were all just chilling and drinking. And the captain of the boat was like, I really like you guys, so I'm gonna say you don't have to pay for all of your drinks this whole time. And we're like, what? That's fucking sick. And he's like, yeah, and also, what do you think about this? And he pulls out this big nug of weed and puts it on the table. And I was like, no way. So he the captain gave us weed. And so we had a sky full of stars on top of us and the Great Barrier Reef below us. And we were just smoking and drinking. And I was like, this is probably the best day of my life.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Because who gets to say that? Like, I don't know. I thought it was awesome. Okay, so.
God, these fucking questions.
Well, you're the only one who makes about sex. Okay, I want to see you answer this one. When I feel sad,
When I feel sad, I cry. I'm very emotional when I'm sad, so I cry.
Char, you have sex?
I wish.
Crying and just having sex.
Can you imagine?
And doggy style. Doggy style.
Yeah. You know what? Aside from crying, yes, I do. But when I'm actually sad, I always put my AirPods on and I'll listen to music. But I will crank it to certain things and I dance around my house because I need to feel better about myself when I'm sad and it lifts me up.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cry too, but then I hate crying. So I smoke weed.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I once got asked to leave, Char.
Why did I get asked to leave? Oh God, the bar.
Oh, I think we all have. Yeah.
Why did you get asked?
Yeah, elaborate.
Oh God, puking all over the floor at one too many shots. Yeah, you're gonna get asked to leave.
Yeah.
Plenty of times.
Which bar was this? Do you remember?
What's that one on McLeod Trail?
Don't say back alley.
Back alley.
But what did it change to?
Marquee.
Yeah.
Oh, Marquee.
Okay, it was like my
okay.
25th birthday. That was a disaster.
Well, at least you upgraded. If you said back alley, you'd be like, Char. It should be already expected at back alley, but you upgraded a little to Marquee. It's
Just a little
just
upgrade.
a little bit. I'd be like, really?
Yeah.
So, you were once asked to leave.
First class.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me just get this right. I was not flying first class. I am not bougie. But I was we were sitting at the very front of the plane and I was using the first class bathroom. And the whole time it was fine with the girl. She's like, yeah, you're so close by or whatever. And I was like kind of like gassing her up like, "Oh, you're my girl. Thanks so much." And then and this was Air Canada, so if you're flying like international Air Canada, booze is free. So we fucking clean the place and she's like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to go through first class anymore." I like went through there and I'm like, "Hey," and then they're like,
another round.
"I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." So she asked me to leave, and then she closed the curtains, and it reminded me of fucking Bridesmaids.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that?
Oh, I
was
love
like,
that
"Oh
movie."
shit, that happened to me." Oh, so ghetto. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I can't even remember what I've been asked to leave, but the only recent one that, well, this was a couple of years ago, was I wasn't allowed to come back in because I left it, but I need to go back in because I was so intoxicated and it was so cold. But they knew I was so fucking drunk and they're like, "No, you need to leave."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was super
Wait, where was
embarrassed.
this?
I don't know. It was across from Flame Central. I don't know what it was before, but that's what the Palace.
Palace.
Oh, it
used to
is,
be
yeah.
across. There's like a pub that's across from there, and yeah, they didn't let me back in because stupid me decides like. Actually, they had this game night there, and they're like, "You have to take 3 shots." Stupid me took the 3 shots, walked out, and realized, "Fuck, I am so inebriated right now," and I was already stumbling, so they're like, "You can't come in." So they asked me to leave, and I was really embarrassed. But whatever, I embarrassed
Walk of
myself.
shame.
Yeah. So these all just revolve around alcohol.
Can I just
alcohol
say-
makes you do
Stupid shit. And you know what? That's not even a walk of shame. I've done a lot. No, not a lot. I've done a few walk of shames in my life. So let's get the fuck out of here.
Is that it?
No, you got one more right there.
No, we did this already.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's all we got.
Oh, I
Was
gotta
it-
do more next time.
Yeah.
That was fun.
fun. Yeah.
I thought this was all just Char. We're gonna ask Char. I didn't even
No.
know.
Well,
that
that
we
is
had to
your
play
fault
this
for-
game.
For
I already
not reading.
overshare on this thing, and people are gonna be like, "You're such a hoe," but I don't give a fuck.
HO stands for happiness over everything.
It does.
So yeah, we all
exactly.
hoes up in here.
And you know what? You wish you could get a lot more, because I do, but I don't. But only in a committed relationship. So, oh my God. So, Char, I'm seriously all over the fucking place today. Okay. So, you are doing all these things. What advice would you give to women who are wanting to start something different, like wanting to start something different for their life?
As in like a company or something, or
Anything.
like anything.
It could be anything.
Just like how you started from the bottom, like
I
Drake.
feel like keep at it and don't give up, especially if you feel it like it's supposed to be yours. I'm so fucking cheesy when it comes to that stuff because I actually, you don't. Okay, back then, honestly, when I was like younger, I was like, oh yeah, no, she's full of shit. You see someone posting such positive stuff, but then also you're just like, oh, like I'm definitely open to saying that I used to be that person. But then when you're actually in that position, I feel like you feel good and you see it like actually manifesting or coming towards you. Like if you feel like it should be yours, go for it and don't give up. And also, I feel like the biggest life lesson for me was to stop caring about what other people may think of you. So one of the things that always kind of held me back from like always being front face on the camera was I was like, I wonder what so-and-so is going to think. All the time I used to think that way. Or, you would check to see who views your shit. And like, I still do that. But then it used to bother me. Like, you'd let little things bother you. But then after that, like if you fully leave no control over that and just focus on yourself, people will gravitate towards whatever you're working towards.
You're like more women who have your energy will gravitate towards you,
Yeah.
and you can immediately almost like, I mean, Giselle can attest to this. Those women you'll repel all the ones that you're not trying to gravitate because they're just they're gonna
Totally.
fall behind, and they're the ones that's gonna talk shit about you, and
Yep.
that's totally fine.
Exactly.
What was that meme I sent you? It was a meme we saw the other day. It said like, it's okay to be happy for others when they're winning. You don't have to be a salty little bitch.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. And like we can tell that you're all for women empowerment. Like you've tagged us a lot in a lot of your empowering posts. And I'm like, damn, I feel good. And it makes other women feel good. And I'm sure that other women have done that to you to help you to get to where you are today. So I get what you say about like you're being cheesy about it, but really if it has worked for you, it can work for others too.
And like starting from when I first started my business, I found that like I was trying to reach out to like other companies who were just starting up or maybe, and then I tried to like take them and like just try to get each other kind of motivated. And especially when you first start up, it's really, what is that word? It's like daunting almost because you're like, fuck, you feel like a small fish in a big sea.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also have put yourself out there. There's a lot of vulnerability that you put. And I love how you're being positive, but also while you're having your positivity moments, you're just like, I'm tired today. And you're like, but mama's got to do something. And that's what I love about it. I love that it's raw, you're authentic, and there's just no bullshit behind it because it's not easy building from the bottom to up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And full disclosure here, Har knows that I've had this notebook that I've had ever since the podcast started, and I had a list of eventual guests I'd want to have. So Albert was one of them, and then he became our guest, and I was like, yes.
Oh my God.
And then you were on that list too. Yes. And I was like, and so when I look back on everything I wrote, I was like, fuck, this
That is
happened.
insane.
Yeah, and like I know, like for the whole week, you were all gassed up about it. You're like, I can't believe they asked me, and I'm like, I can't believe she said yes.
Oh my God. I was like when you guys first messaged me about it, I was like, is this real? I was like, I don't know. And then like even when Dylan had come home, he was just like, "How was your day today?" Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I got asked to be on a podcast. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it's crazy." And I was like, I've talked about them before, hard as a mother, blah, blah, blah. And then I just went off and I was like, I have to talk on a podcast. Well, and I think that's kind of been.
You are hard as a mother.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
Oh God.
I think the biggest thing is the word no happens all the time. And what's another no? Just ask.
Yeah.
And if it's a no, it's okay too.
Heart tells me that too. I'm just like, I really want this person on the show. She's like, then ask. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just like a little podcast. She's like, what's the worst that can
You guys
happen?
are not just a little podcast. You guys have grown like hugely just from following you guys.
Thank you so much to our ham fam. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Giselle and I are super grateful. We're all like we're I don't know, like we get a lot of like feedback and
And this is our favorite thing to do every week is to
Yeah.
connect with other
I
moms
love
or other
that.
people where we can hopefully inspire some other people in another way. Because
Yeah.
like we said, we love what you're doing. We love what you stand for.
Oh,
and
thanks, you
we're here
guys.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Char, you're just not the average beautiful, gorgeous woman. You truly are. And I hope women are not, like they're not afraid of that because you're more to your looks for sure. You're smart,
Oh.
you're driven. So
You.
Char, we're almost out of time
Yeah.
and we can literally shoot the shit forever with you.
Oh, I could do that with you guys.
So we want to thank you again for giving people hope and inspiration when parts of their lives are really dark. So before we go, I checked your website. So the G Label website, the first header says, "Never underestimate the power of a woman," which in itself, the statement is already powerful. Yeah. Tell us, Char, what is the power that you have as a woman?
It's for sure being real and authentic and just being able to be myself truly in my company. And that's in itself, like, I love connecting with women. And I think that's what draws women to my brand and why I want to connect with others.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we are here for it. We are behind you 100%. We can't wait for everything else that's in the future for G Label. Guys, check out at the G Label on Instagram and check out her awesome products. She has more on the way. It seems like you're always releasing something.
You want to get snatched? Get the tights. It's gonna snatch
God.
every
Har
part
can
of your
attest
body.
to that.
You
Yeah.
guys are amazing.
Thank you so much, Char.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
for real.
of course. Pleasure is ours. So that's it for us today, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like and comment. And then don't forget, we're also on Facebook now. And that way you won't miss our beautiful faces every week. So thank you again, Char. At the end of the day, guys, wash your hands, wear your masks, and love yourself even on the hardest days.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.